I'm going to talk a little bit today about how to overcome objections for your SMMA meetings. And you're going to get a lot of objections over time. It's just a natural thing that's going to happen in your agency. Not everybody's going to go from the sales call straight to a paying client. People aren't just going to hand you $1,500 or $2,000 a lot of the times, or whatever your pricing is. They see that pricing number and they see that price and they just see numbers on a screen, and automatically something gets triggered in their mind to where they come up with these objections, or they may naturally actually have an actual objection to where they can't pay you the money at the time. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So the number one thing you want to do is you want to remove all doubts. So when you go into these meetings, you want to remove all the doubt that you had in your mind. Don't think about, what if I don't get this client? Like, the last 5 people didn't sign with me. This guy's going to be the same. What if he thinks what if I'm charging too much? What if my pricing's messed up? What if I'm charging these clients too much? When you start to think things like that in your head, when you get on these calls, these clients can definitely sense your energy. They can feel that something's off, and they can feel that you're not either not confident in your product or service. You're not confident in what you're providing to them, because basically you haven't done that in the past, or you've had a lot of failures in the past, and they can sense that, hey, this person's, they're literally just after money at this point. Because when they see that you have bad energy on the call, they're probably like, oh, this guy's probably just reaching out to tons of businesses saying the same thing, same spiel, same offer, same calls, and just getting rejected by everybody because it's just a senseless offer. So it's just either a senseless offer, or they don't deliver results when they say they can. So they can definitely sense your energy. When that happens like that, you just want to be confident. Come in. You might even be smiling throughout the phone call. I mean, throughout the Zoom call. You might be smiling the whole time. You might have higher energy. Speak confidently. Know that you can get them these results, and you can do what you say you can do. Because if you don't, like I said, you're just setting yourself up for failure, because at the end of the call, they're going to come up with a bunch of objections, and then you're going to get nervous because you're not confident. You're not comfortable with this. You're going to get nervous, and then you're going to let them leave the call. You never want to let them leave the call without paying. You always want to get them paying on the first call. You never want to let them set meetings ahead of time. In my experience, whenever people would set meetings another time, so let's say we go into the first sales call, and at the end of the call, with no experience, this happened to me, and I'm getting nervous at the end of the call when they start objecting. I don't know how to handle objections. And they say, let's do another call in like a week or in a couple days. And me, I'm like, okay, let's do that. That's fine. We'll just meet up at this day. What day are you free? We'll schedule you in. And then you schedule that call in, and 99% of the time, maybe not 99%, but like 95% of the time, these people are never going to show up for their second meeting. They basically just was using that as a way to get off the call, so that they didn't have to pretty much tell you straight up, I don't want your services. They try to avoid being direct to you. They don't want to be rude and direct most of the time. Some people will just tell you straight up, like, no, it's just trash. Your services sound like trash, and they'll just throw you out, especially when you're beginning. But you just have to get rid of that. Every call is every day is a new day. You just don't think of anything in your mind that's happened in the past, and don't bring that with you into your next. Don't carry these. Basically, don't carry these preconceived notions that every client's going to be the same. Every business owner that you talk to is going to say the same thing about it. That's not the case. So the number one reason why people object most of the time is not because of what they say. What they're saying in their objection is actually pretty much a smokescreen. So if they tell you one thing, it probably means another. Most of the time when they bring up price or something like that, I need to talk to my wife, I need to talk to my husband, I need to talk to my business owner. A lot of the times that's something else is hidden underneath, and your job is to figure out what is their problem. So if they say price, a lot of the times that's not true. There has been a couple times, like for in my instance, there's been a small percentage of people that actually don't have the money to pay it right now because they've just pretty much they're beginning companies starting out and they don't really make a lot of money. They're still trying to build up. And I've had people actually send me screenshots of their bank account, which, I mean, I don't need all that information, but they're sending me screenshots of their bank account literally in the negatives. And I respectfully just end the call. I tell them in the future, I hope that you can get your money up so that you can work with us and we can bring you even more money. But 90% of the time when that objection comes up about price, these business owners have $1,000 to spend per month. They have $1,000 to $2,000 to spend per month, and plus you're getting them a return on their investment anyway. So even if they weren't getting a return, they could still spend that money, and it would basically be no loss to their company. But you're actually bringing them results, so they're going to get a return on investment no matter what. So with smoke screens, basically what this means is that the number one reason what this means is pretty much that they don't understand something about your services. They don't understand either how it works correctly. They don't understand how you're going to bring that money back. There's something in your system that when you went through your sales process, your sales call, and you basically explain everything that you guys can do from your agency to their company, there's some point in there that they don't really understand or grasp the concept of, and they don't really want to tell you straight up, hey, I didn't understand this. A lot of the times they don't want to just say that, hey, I didn't understand this. So it's your job to basically bring that out, and you can pretty much say, so you can pretty much rely on what they've said. You want to document everything that they've said in the call so you can use it against them. So if they say, hey, like, actually, I'm not really ready to make a decision right away, or I need to talk to somebody, then you'll say, wait a minute. You'll say, but just a minute ago, you told me that you were ready to take action as soon as possible. Or you'll say, hey, so just a minute ago, you told me you were the sole decision maker. You were the main decision maker. So why do you need to go talk to your partner now? And then it'll have them thinking, and then they'll start coming up with stuff. And then you can say, so to me, that sounds like it could be one of two things. You either have a problem with me and what I said, or you have a problem with my system and you have a problem with my business. So if I could just ask politely, like, what is there that I need to clarify better for you so you have a better understanding? And then they'll tell you some things. A lot of the times they'll tell you what they're just not unsure about. Like, hey, so I don't have a social media. I don't have a Facebook or something like that. And then you explain to them, yeah, this is why we bring you through the process of building a Facebook page, building a Facebook account, connecting your ads manager, and we do all that stuff for you. It's good to go. And then they're like, oh, okay. And then if they come up with another objection, you just do the same thing over and over again. You dig deep into their problems, try to figure out what it is. And once you solve all of those problems, they really have no other option but to sign with you. They literally have no other option but to give you money, because if they're turning you down at this point, when you conquered every single objection that they brought up, and if at this point, if they turn you down, it literally just looks stupid on them, because you can see right through them that they're making excuses, and it just looks stupid. It tells you for certain that they don't want to put the time in to build their business. They don't want to put the funds in to build their business. They're always going to stay where they're at in the same place. They don't want help. So when you conquer every single objection, the majority of the time you're going to sign these clients. If you don't, it's a rarity. If you conquer every objection and you give them a solution to that on the call right there, it's a rarity that they're not going to sign with you unless they're not dedicated to building their business. So you need to figure out what it is. Like I said, it's a smoke screen 90% of the time, which means that they're hiding it underneath. They're hiding the objections underneath something they don't understand or trust you about. So you need to figure out what that is and tell them what the solution is, how you basically overcome that problem. And like I said in a lot of my other videos, the number one thing is you want to document all of these calls. You want to save them to you want to record them and then save them so you can have them in a file. Go back, listen to what the call was about, listen to what they objected with, and then listen to what their problems were. Listen to how you defeated that, got deeper into it, and found out that, oh, this objection actually was something else. And then you just document that. And then when you do these calls, every time you do it, you're going to see the same couple objections coming up. You just keep them in a file. You keep them in like a spreadsheet with all the objections that could possibly come up. And then you have it for every single phone call. Every single sales call that you do, you're going to have it documented. You're going to have a file that has like a spreadsheet that has all the objections. So when it comes up, you just pull it up on your computer and you just say what you've said in the past to conquer the objection. You have it written out. So all you have to do is look at it quickly. Boom, like that. You conquer the objection. And then at that point, they're kind of stuck. They're either going to look stupid or they're going to sign with you. They're either going to look stupid or they're going to come to like, oh, okay, this is how it works. And they're going to trust you a lot more because you know what the problems are and you know how to solve them. Because by you conquering the objection like that and you just providing the solution to everything that they're saying, that proves that that tells them pretty much that other people have had that same problem in the past with your clients, and you've been able to pretty much help them overcome that. So it provides a lot of confidence with them. And when you do, like I said, when you do tell them how you can help them and basically explain your system a lot better, sometimes you'll have to go through it a second time a lot of the times because they won't understand it the first time or they won't catch everything. So when you do go through it again, when they ask you questions, that just fills them with a lot more confidence that you know what you're doing. And at the end of the day, it's going to help you sign a lot more clients. And like I said, you never want to leave the call. Like what I do, like I literally never leave the call until they hang up. So I keep battling them until they hang up on me. Like I literally had so many people just hang up the phone on me because I won't let them go. They start getting angry when I'm conquering the objections. They start getting angry and then I keep going and they just have to hang up the phone. That's what you should be doing. You should never let these people leave without paying. It's never, because I've made this mistake many times in the past. I get on the call and I let them get away. I let them come up with an excuse or something like that, thinking that they're going to come back to another call. No, just have in your mind that they're never coming back, because 99% of the time they're not coming back. I'm sorry to say, but you need to do whatever you can to get the payment at that point in time, because that's when they're the most warm. That's when they understand everything. If you let them go, they start to think, they start to contemplate, they start to doubt themselves, doubt you, and everything else. So right when you have them right there and then it's fresh on their mind, that's when you sign them the quickest. So that's my advice on how to pretty much overcome objections and what I've learned from other people and what I've learned from just previous experience, step by step. And yeah, that's pretty much what you do. You just want to be confident and stay in there as long as possible. So yeah, that's my video for today. I'll be back with some more videos, more knowledge. If you guys want, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. The link is down below. And if you want more help, you can go ahead and click on my link as well and schedule a one-on-one call with me. Basically, where I'll explain how you can get a lot more appointments than you are getting at the moment. If you're struggling with doing that, if you're struggling with signing clients, I can talk to you one-on-one and help you. And yeah, just look forward for more content.